And it looks like we are on the air, gentlemen. Welcome everyone, one and all, to the Gamers at Large podcast, episode 11. And we're here with everybody, the usual crowd that you might see over here, left and right in the podcast. I'm going to start in order from my right to my left. We're going to start with the Zen Gamer. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing.
Yeah, hello everyone. You already know who it is. This Zen Gamer, the one and only king of logic, and this should be interesting to say the least.
Okay, there we go. And up next, we got our man, another guy who used to be in uniform like myself. Here we go. We got the man here, Rashidi. Do your thing, man.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sheedy. You already know. Just relating from the Astro.
Technical difficulties, dude. Your mic.
Mic problems.
Your mic, dude. You might want to yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Nah, it's kind of muffled.
Sounds like you're underwater.
Don't worry about it. It happens to the best of us.
Alright, let's try again. Can y'all hear me any better?
Nah, it sounds worse now.
Damn, okay.
Okay, we'll wait on you, dude. Take your time. Take your time. we'll get back to you when you fix your mic. I'm gonna move on next to Mr. T. Mr. T, do your intro, bro. Do your thing.
Here we go. Let's start the show. Hey, fools. It's Mr. T here for another podcast.
Alrighty then. And right now, my wife's cell phone's going off. Isn't that lovely? In the background, yeah, lovely music, don't you think? Anyway, now up next we got our resident guy from south of the border, Kaiser. Do your thing, man. Kaiser.
Oh, sorry, my destin. Hello, I'm Kaiser. I'm not here. I had missed the last podcast, but I'm back with some interesting info I want to share with you guys.
Alrighty then, and up next we got the man, the myth, the legend, Death himself, Jay.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We had an interesting week last week. Looking forward to the podcast tonight. Y'all have fun.
Alright, and here comes Jamie about to tell us how much his butter's worth.
Oh, it's worth a lot. You know that.
Most expensive butter in the world.
There you go.
Damn straight. Damn straight. Truth.
He even has his own spokesperson.
Yep.
How is the missus?
She's good. She's in my cabinet right now waiting for some pancakes.
Oh, okay, there you go.
That's good.
That's creepy.
Hey, only I can make those jokes, T. That's like my realm right there.
Alright. And up next we got ourselves our boy Gilligan. What's up, Gilligan? How you doing, bro?
Sup, everybody? Is Gilligan Ingo Stash here, and I'm playing some Wii Sports Tennis.
Oh, cool, man. Just watch out, man. Don't get that case of tennis elbow, dude. Make sure you flex beforehand, dude. I heard you could get some work done on there. Yeah. Is it true that you can put spin on the ball now?
Yes, you
Yes.
could.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
I have
yeah.
never managed to do it twice in a row, though.
Oh, that is the sickness right there. You can really do somebody dirty.
Can you do that on Wii Sports, the first one?
I don't think
Nope.
so, because I don't think that it allowed for the Wii Motion Plus. You know what I'm saying? The Wii, yeah. I don't think it allowed for that, refined, control over it. I can imagine what pool will be like when you sit up here and hit it and get the proper English on it.
Hmm.
Okay, I think we lost Rashidi. He'll probably be back in a bit. Alright, so we're going to get started with a topic here that I wanted to bring up. And I'm just kind of curious because I just want to see where everybody in the audience's head is at, okay? And it's a topic that, is near and dear to me, okay? And the question is simple. For a console to succeed, is it necessary for one or the other two to fail?
Hmm. Okay.
It's a hot button issue, but hey, it's worth
It
asking.
is.
I think,
It
you know
is,
what,
it is.
I'll take this one first because I'm going to look at it from gaming history. Because if you think about it, in every generation there's been at least one console that's failed. Now, it might not be one of the major ones, but we're talking about maybe something like TurboGrafx, which didn't sell so well. Maybe the Atari Jaguar, something along those lines.
Sega Saturn, it's another example.
Yeah, exactly. See, every console generation, almost every console generation, should I say, there's been at least one loser.
Okay. All right. So, in other words, bank on the Ouya. Gotcha.
We can say.
Are we even
we can
classifying
say-
that a console?
I don't know, man. Technically, they consider themselves a console, so I guess we're gonna have
okay.
to.
Okay.
I thought it was a
But,
stunt double for my cell phone, but oh well.
We can say on this generation there was no exact loser, since all consoles sold really well.
Yeah. This past generation did pretty strong. You gotta admit.
Well,
true.
toward the end it did. At first, it wasn't that good with the PS3 having its problems, the Microsoft having that red ring problem. Personally, I think it just needs. I think people need to get past the whole console war. We got a winner and loser thing because you need healthy competition in anything to make to drive innovation.
The number one priority when it comes to these consoles, when it comes to us, the one thing we should always want is healthy competition, because what we want to avoid is a monopoly. Because then we're gonna end up with a bunch of stuff made from Acme, and as you all know, Acme shit don't work. So,
We know that. The Coyote knows that a lot.
yep. I mean, this dude spent millions trying to catch that bird, and nothing ever works, man.
Dude, you know what? Why didn't he just sit up here and spend $10 and got a bucket of KFC and call it
Somebody else, finally.
It's because they Acme brainwashed him to always buy his products.
We don't want just one Acme, so when Acme starts selling bad stuff, we can go somewhere else. And it's no more is really relevant this week because of what's been happening. So you're gonna get another choice in about 5 days. So if it was only that one thing, then you'd pretty much have to put up with what they put out. They would not be driven to get better. And it is just a whole real dark path. It just goes real bad if you only have one
let's
source.
call it what it is. The console wars is created by the media. It's the media created things.
Yeah.
You sell more magazines. You get more clicks. If you pit people against each other and think they're in a war. I mean, the hardware creators, they don't really care about that. All they want to do is have a good install base where they can sell their games. And this gen, 8th gen, or 7th gen. We're going into the 8th gen, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we're going in the
7th gen.
Yep.
We had, each company had a pretty good install base. So what dictates who won? I mean, because you had a couple more million in sales, does that mean you won? Does that mean you were more profitable?
And what's the prize?
Exactly, what is the prize at the end of the rainbow here?
Exactly.
This is a media created device. That's all it is.
Yep.
Right.
And we gamers, we're competitive by nature. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna have fun. I hope you're having fun. If you ain't having fun, you ain't
Then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you are doing it
Yeah.
I mean,
Gaming is
it
about
shouldn't be that
fun.
serious. It's all about having fun. We poke fun at each other's fan bases and all that, but it should be in good fun. It should be a serious thing. So
yeah. Like I said before, what do you win? I mean, the Wii sold over 100 million last generation. I owned one. I'm a Nintendo fan.
right.
I sure still ain't a millionaire because Iwata-san did throw some of that money my way. So
I mean, you notice how when the Wii won, when Nintendo's console won, they rules changed. That wasn't good enough. You couldn't just have the most install base anymore. That didn't matter. They changed the rules when Nintendo won.
You know what it reminds me of?
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you ever remember when you were a little kid and you play a game of tag and you got that one kid that always says, "Wait a minute, that tree's not faced, now this tree and that tree is faced because they got caught."
Yeah, I can't be hit. I got magic shoes on. I can't be hit. What?
Yo,
Change the rules.
Yo, what are you talking about? We ain't playing Duck Duck Goose. We playing Duck Duck Monkey.
Good times.
Alrighty, but you know, like I said, though, bottom line is this: all of us play whatever we play. At the end of the day, we might own all 3 consoles, or maybe just 2 out of the 3, and also own PC. And we're gonna still have our fun, buy our games, get them on Steam, get them on sale when they come out there. Black Friday's gonna be a fun time for us. The end.
Yeah,
Yep.
a good analogy would be, a lot of you probably remember the East Coast West Coast thing.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a media created thing to sell records and to sell more magazines.
Until idiots got serious.
And then
about
people
it.
got serious and got all caught up in it. People were dying here, getting shot over there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's very similar. It's a very similar thing.
I swear, if I go to GameStop and I see somebody wearing a Mario bandana getting in a fight with somebody,
Record it and put it on YouTube so I can laugh.
Yep. You walk into an Xbox neighborhood wearing a Nintendo T-shirt, you just say,
oh
"Glock,
no,
Glock
can't be
it."
doing that.
Say, yo, what is it?
What
Is
do
this
you
a
do?
Nintendo, though?
Mario red. He wear red and blue. He all mixed.
Oh Lord, Mario catching it from all sides. That's why he
Yo.
gets it from all sides now.
Don't start that, man. You're gonna start a conspiracy theorist up in here, man.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's actually kind of funny because when Yoshida Yoshida said he has a Wii U, people got pissed.
He got 2 of them.
Yeah, and people forget like this man has kids.
Right, he has a family. You know,
He has a family.
he ain't caught up in it like you is.
Yeah.
You the worldwide president of Sony. Why you own Nintendo products? Why? Why?
Because
I used
he
to
likes
love you,
play
Shu.
games.
I used to love you.
Yeah.
Dude, not for nothing, but you always want to see what the competition's doing anyway.
Yeah, we do.
And then that's just sound business sense
That's
right
good
there
business.
also.
Yeah.
That's good business, and then there you go. You get to that's why you get games like let me see, what's that, All Stars Battle Royale, what the heck
Yeah.
was that called?
Yeah.
Oh,
The rip
on
off
the PlayStation
No,
Move.
but it had
Don't
its
forget the
own
PlayStation
mechanics.
Move.
It had
you
its
mean-
own mechanics.
You mean
the
the
game
point?
wasn't fun. I owned it. It wasn't fun.
It was
Well,
fun.
some people
I
like
needed
it.
my hammer. I needed a big hammer. I needed a Pokeball. I needed something. I got tired of rocket launchers, okay?
Oh,
I needed a Giga Fan. I needed
I mean-
a Pokemon ball that
Don't
gave
forget
me
the
that
lightsaber.
stupid fish that
Sony
didn't work.
actually just tried something with that, and it really just ended up with a poor man's version of Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
But you know what? It is what it is, and people are gonna do their thing. Because here's the thing: the way I see the console wars is they should play to their strengths. They can't make a Smash Brothers, but they are good with their Infamous, and stuff like that, and their Uncharted.
And that leads to this week with Knack.
There you go. Well, I mean, if that's the topic, go for it, dude.
They ain't playing to their strengths no more. They don't know how to make these games anymore. Why do they keep trying?
I have no clue, dude. But Knack, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Knack would be nice for my granddaughter, grandson come over and they want to sit up here and play something nice or whatever. I can see Knack, being a game for them. Me myself, I noticed the mechanics, were kind of simplified and whatever. I didn't mind it. The visuals were all right for what they were, but. Truth be told, there was nothing really compelling to me so far about what I've seen, and I've only seen a short bit of it. I'm gonna give I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt, because it's easy to rip on Knack because Knack seems more like they were trying to capitalize off the thunder of let me see, Wonderful 101, for example.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to say something about Knack because, believe it or not, I managed to play the demo of Knack at get this, the PlayStation Store.
Oh wow.
Yep, there's a Sony place in New York City. Just as
Oh wow.
and it's several blocks from Nintendo World too, surprisingly.
Dude, I might have to go up there one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm serious.
And let me give you my thoughts on it. I mean, Knack is alright. I mean, it's an alright beat 'em up, but like you said, Quan, there wasn't really anything thoroughly compelling for me to actually buy the game. I think it's at least a solid rental if you ever buy a PS4.
You
But
know
it looks like it wouldn't have been that hard to get it there. Like I think they made a couple of missteps. One, the character himself, they
James Earl
should have went
Jones
for a
voice.
younger kind of character voice. He has this big brooding ass voice, and it's like if you're going for a younger audience, a younger kind of one of the things they were saying was what do you call those Pixar movie. They were going for the Pixar kind of movie game, if you will. If you're going for that, why does your character?
The character
sound like
designs
me?
look like they're
The damn
coming from a
character sound like
Pixar
me.
film.
the character sound like he tried to steal your girl instead of. he like, yo, that's right.
That's his deep,
I'm
deep voice.
Yo, let's have fun.
And I heard the game was
yeah.
hard. I actually heard the game was actually hard. Like,
Yes.
I'm
so-
about to kick some ass and take
I'm
some
confused.
Okay,
names.
hold on a second. Hold on a second.
wheel on for me.
Oh, no, I think he muted
Quan had to
himself.
go out for a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my
now
granddaughter
a word
was just
from our
telling me that
sponsor,
she
huh?
ate her vegetables. Yeah, that's all that was. She was like, Papa, and I was like, yeah. And I said, hold on, guys. And then she's like, she ate her vegetables.
Always eat your veggies, kiddies.
There we go.
Eat the
Some
vegetables.
strong bones.
Now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
All right.
G.I.
Buy
Joe.
her a copy of Neck.
Yeah, that as long as it doesn't come with a toaster. Oops, sorry. I mean, that's a subject we gotta get into. We gotta get into this subject. We gotta get it in.
Yeah, my kind of topic.
Now here's the
Not
thing.
toaster.
Here's the thing. They say that the failure rate of the consoles is actually 0.4%. If this is the case, then I'm just kind of curious about one thing. Okay, your average consumer does not post on message boards, does not post on Amazon, does not post on any of these things. They just buy whatever screws up, they go back to the seller, and they keep it moving. Right?
How do you know? Yeah.
So here's the thing. I got a feeling those numbers are actually toned down to the actual real amount. I'm not trying to troll or nothing, but I'm just saying it, dude. I'm sensing another Red Ring of Death syndrome. Until they do a revamp of the hardware, because what it looks like, they went for an air cooling solution that's just not working. You know, it's not giving proper airflow depending on how you lay the PlayStation 4. They say they should have came up with something a little bit more, I don't know, utilitarian in design.
I mean, the most baffling thing is putting the power supply in the console. That was
And the
just,
box.
I mean, why would you do that?
That makes no sense.
So that he could boast that it's not in, that he doesn't have a power brick. Yeah.
But the thing is, look, even with that, the thing is, when you got all that heat going inside there and you don't have proper heat dissipation, you're going to have a lot of PSU failures as well. And that also generates heat, especially in an enclosed environment like that.
Yeah, and that's why you have the power brick in the first place.
Yeah. I don't know. There are many design choices as far as the hardware that I find questionable. But, I mean, like I said, I don't see nothing wrong with a hardware redesign, and I might actually get me a PS4, be honest with you. It doesn't seem so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, let's
I'm
just
still
As long
playing
as they,
PS4.
as long as they fix the issues, it's a good
Yeah.
console.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good console. It's a really good console. But for a second, let's just forget about the uneven consoles, the rocking consoles. Let's forget about the HDMI problems. Let's forget about the blue light of death. Let's forget about the bricking console. Let's forget about all that.
Okay.
We're going to focus on the red light of death, the heating problems, and the heat threshold, the length of time that you're allowed to game before the system is shut off, before it fries itself.
It was
Now-
designed to keep kids from using it too much.
Right. Now, according to reports, the lowest threshold is 2 hours. Now, I made a video about this. I'm like, what is 2 hours of gameplay? I mean, can anyone here tell me what they can do in 2 hours?
Well, depending.
Dude, we tried
Depends on
Monster
the
Hunter,
game.
and it takes a while for us to get a hunt going on Monster Hunter. You need more than 2
Yep.
hours.
I mean,
Yeah.
Call of Duty is fine. Killzone is fine. But what happens, like I said in my video, what happens when Elder
Skyrim.
Scrolls comes out? What happens when Final Fantasy comes out? What happens when Fallout 4 comes out? These games take a long time to
Well,
make any progress.
Even without that, why is that acceptable? That shouldn't be acceptable.
Of course.
Not in this day and age, anyway.
That's any
Now
console.
you got people, according to what Quan originally said about the the amount of persons that would actually come out and say something if they got a broken console.
Mhm.
You've got some Sony drone saying, "Oh, it's a whole conspiracy. The Xbots are buying $400 consoles so they can write bad Amazon verified reviews."
I mean, that's
Oh
completely
my God.
nuts.
Wow.
Wow.
Hold on.
Oh
They're actually claiming industrial sabotage.
Yes, they are.
Are
There are a
they giving
bunch of
money to
people.
Sony so they can claim a? I mean, that doesn't.
Yes.
That really
There
doesn't
are a
make
bunch of
sense.
people out there, according to the Sony drones, who were spending $400 just so they can fuel a fake console war.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but I don't buy that because not for nothing. I don't think Microsoft, even though I could say whatever I could say about Microsoft, I have in the past. I've been very hard on them. But at the end of the day, I don't think they would stoop that low. That's right. I'm saying it here first. I actually put something past Microsoft.
Dude, well, in all honesty, I thought they wouldn't stoop that low when they did what they did at E3 about the whole Nintendo fiasco. They sent people in there to
They
actually.
did do some
yeah.
dirty stuff. They just.
Yeah, I mean,
They did some.
But
Well, I mean-
you know, that's huge. I mean, that would be. That's
At
catastrophic.
least they didn't rent a boat when you're sitting up here and doing a demo and have it sit up here and sailing by.
yeah, that was kind of funny.
Now, I mean, if all of these people would actually stop for a second and think about what was happening prior to the launch and what we're seeing now with Adam Sessler melting down on Twitter because he couldn't access a review system, right? About reviewers not getting the system so they can review the game, so they make the jobs easier, but having to go to
You have to
some
remember
function in New York. Yeah.
these
I
are
mean-
the same fools who were for years making fun of I'm not an Xbox Live guy. I don't I have an Xbox, but I'm not online with it. I'm one of the rare people, I guess. But
I mean,
these are the people that were making fun of these guys for years for paying to play online games. And,
All you
and then
need-
when it happened to them, they ate crow. They made excuses and said, "Oh no, we get free games." And I'm like, wow, it's amazing
Sorry,
how quickly they turned around.
All these free games, but yeah, you
That you
can't
rent
even
'cause
play
you-
the system.
As soon as you don't have that service no more, they make your games.
I mean,
Wow.
all you need to do is follow the yellow brick road to find out. I said the wood brick.
Wait, it comes in yellow now?
One of
Well,
one of the only colors they don't have in the light, I guess.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Maybe they're trying to go they probably go in the Mass Effect 3 route. I mean, never mind.
By the end of this generation, we're going to have gamers who are fearing the color red. I mean, they just skits out every time they see the color red.
Oh Lord! Whatever you do, don't play as a Klingon in Star Trek Online. Then that's all you see is red.
It doesn't matter to me what console was your favorite. None of that stuff. None of that matters. What's scary to me is that now you're seeing people making all these excuses. That's what's scary to me. That means you're susceptible to eat a lot of crow. They decide, when DRM comes back, and it's coming back.
Oh yeah, with a
You're gonna start
vengeance.
making excuses again. Oh,
Now
it's
this-
all right.
that's just it.
This and this and that, and
Mr.
we
T.
need to support the companies, and this
You,
is a slippery slope right here.
you like Nostradamus right now. You made a video about this a few weeks back. Broken Gamers.
Yeah, I did.
Broken gamers equals
Your
broken
crystal
games.
ball is working, dog.
So did. I sure did.
And so is Review Tech
Thanks for the
USA's
plug.
crystal ball. He doesn't want to believe that this is happening, but it's happening.
But the thing is though, I think this could be. I know you're gonna say this, and I'm playing devil's advocate here. This little situation might be a good thing because it'll teach some humility to the industry that they're not infallible.
Yep.
Yeah.
True.
That's true. That's true.
Even Nintendo is, partially at fault with a lot of things that they've done. I mean, okay, fine. You had a couple of sick people that did some stupid things, okay? And I agree with the decision of pulling it out for now until they can find an alternate solution. But to summarily remove every type of messaging that they could possibly have, you know what I'm saying? And wow, we got two Zens.
Oh, what the?
Okay.
What the heck? He's multiplying.
Oh my
Google
god.
just threw me out.
Mitosis.
Man, Mario World don't come out till Friday, dude.
Double check.
Cherry.
So, I've always wanted to do this. Hey, Zen, what's up, man? You don't have to be afraid, man. You can talk to me. Yo, Oh, he's gone, is he? Get him
Oh,
off.
Lord, he's like,
Get him off.
I'm out. Power up ran out.
Nice. See
But-
myself and Irene.
But yeah, Juan, companies now are not impenetrable fortress like they were before because the internet changed that.
Exactly. So they got to really keep a tight lid on everything. They got to be a little bit more, cards to the chest, as it were, instead of tipping their hand left and right. That's why a lot of these companies that you don't end up hearing about the good stuff until a good while afterward, because they don't want nobody copying them.
True.
Especially Nintendo. Nintendo, that's all they know is card games.
that's
So
they-
they
that's they-
definitely holding their hand tight.
Well, yeah, I agree with you on that, Quan. Like some of that stuff, yeah, you can't have like a knee-jerk reaction. That's why it's important not to be. You have to have patience in the gaming industry. Period. You have to be patient because the corporations ain't trying to get sued. They trying to be embroiled in lawsuits every other month. So
Yeah.
all it takes, and I think I said this a while back on a earlier podcast. I'm like, all it takes is one act of negligence and one decent lawyer.
Yeah. It's
That's all
it's
it
very
is.
noble. What they're doing is very. I get it. It's very noble.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna win that fight. You can't win it that way.
Yeah, you
Yes,
can't.
yes.
You can't win by settling out of court, and you can't win by you. Like it's a catch-22. If
Right.
you do something, people gonna get mad because they're not gonna understand the situation. Half the time, they don't even know the truth of the situation. They're just gonna be making baseless accusations.
Right.
And then two, if you don't do something, you know good and well, it's gonna be a lawsuit coming.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
do you remember like in the 16-bit era when the Mortal Kombat came out and you had
Oh,
the
yeah.
blood and all that? I mean, Nintendo has done this. They do this. They do this all the time. But they make themselves look stupid because they were basically saying, well, Nintendo, we don't do that kind of stuff, And then like one of the prosecuting lawyers pulled out a Super Scope 6. And said,
That and Pit Fighter.
it's like, look at this big ass gun y'all got over here. Y'all ain't, infallible either. So it's really kind of pointless to do that kind of stuff because you're turning off your fans. And it's not really worth it because these guys are unfortunately, they're gonna find ways to do what they do.
Exactly.
You can't be the police. You can't be the internet police.
That's
The
true.
thing is,
That's
they need to
right.
find a way to tie purchases of the system to the individual and try to find some way to
Right.
try to track them where they can cover their own behind, cover their consumers behind, the ones that are doing things right and not trying to be dirty or whatever.
Yeah.
Find some kind of way,
But it's really scary,
Actually-
the power of the internet. Because did you see the case of the Dragon's Age 2 writer? Damn, that was scary.
The one that got threatened.
Yeah.
I got something to say about this whole Nintendo messaging system.
Okay.
I know people are really upset about Nintendo disabling SwapNote and not having the messaging system in the 3DS Miiverse. And I can understand, and I actually agree to an extent. But what makes you think that they may not bring them back? Just a thought.
That's no. I that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe they just did, this as a contingent, until they get a contingency plan cooked up to sit up here and, kibosh that whole disgusting mess that I'd rather not really repeat what
Right,
happened.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Besides, integration is only starting. It's not that it will stay that way.
But that speaks to Nintendo's sometimes lack of forward thinking. They should have. If this is something they were worried about. They've been. I'm sure they've been doing this Miiverse for 3DS for a while. This is. We've been knowing about it for a year at least.
Yeah.
Why haven't they thought forward and thinking, this could happen?
Actually, I think what happened was, I think if that situation with SwapNote wouldn't have happened, we probably wouldn't be talking about it right now.
Oh yeah.
I think what happened was that they didn't, because nobody thought it would get to the level that it got to. When you read the real story and you find out what happened, nobody thought
horrible.
it would get to that level.
Yeah, I read the story. It's
I mean,
terrible.
there's always like, because you're right, you can't police the internet. You can hang that up.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the thing is,
hold on, wait a minute. Unless you're Google,
yeah, dude, we use their service. Don't trip. So, but I mean,
Then we get some Google agents out on our doors
Gonna get
asking
cut
for
off.
us.
Gonna get cut off.
no, but I understand like where people are like, yeah, this is messed up. I'm like, but you gotta give, like I said before, you gotta have patience. You gotta give them time.
Yeah, I'm not upset
I
about
don't.
it at all.
Yeah, I'm not upset. I'm like, cause number one, I get messages from kids all the time trying to do video hangouts with me, and I'm like, dude, no,
Yeah,
I'm an
that's
adult.
not cool. Yeah, that
I'm
happened to me
like, dude,
too.
I'm an adult. No,
Yeah,
I'm
I ain't
like,
cool with that. No.
I have no problem talking to you in my community. If you got a question about a game, or if
Right.
you got a question about something like that, I don't have a problem talking to you in the community. Outside of that, no, I don't know you.
There you go.
I'm
Yeah.
like, but
Right.
but everybody ain't like that, and I understand the flip side of that where Nintendo coming from, because they're like, man, yeah, we got people know we got money in the bank
Yeah.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Everybody been talking about how much money we got in the
Then
bank.
3DS sells.
All
What?
it take is one
Lawsuit.
good lawyer and one bad situation,
Yep.
and we done.
You know
What
the
it
thing
really
is,
comes. Go ahead.
look, you know the thing is though that I find interesting is okay, being that Nintendo is using video for their service, video, the same ones that are responsible for Google Hangouts on air, Google Hangouts on Google Plus, and all that, right?
Mhm.
Why don't they just simply set up circles?
That could work.
Yeah.
There you
That
go.
could work.
Set up circles. Have a family circle where you're free to communicate. Another one that's more public, and another one that's a lot
It's
more
private.
restrictive.
Yeah, have
The
one
problem with-
that's
the
But
problem
even with
I
that,
think-
I mean, people are still gonna, they can create a circle just to do some grimy stuff, and-
Yeah, but they can still
Yeah.
catch them though. The thing is, now you got
Yeah.
them on their own net. You got them in
But
their
the-
own dragnet.
The real problem, I think, is Nintendo has not a lot of experience with this kind of services.
I mean, that's the main
We just
problem.
need to.
Yeah.
I think
You
we
know-
just need to wait for them to get their game up, and then we will see something
You know,
better.
let me say about this. A lot of people have been complaining that Nintendo is behind on a lot of things, especially when it comes to the internet, right? But how I have to put this? Remember the Xbox 360 when it first came out?
Oh Lord.
The Xbox 360 when it first came out, it's really, really bare bones. It is not the same Xbox 360 that we know today.
Right.
Okay.
That's true.
The only
It
thing
was
it has,
retarded.
the
I mean,
only
but
thing
there
it
are
has.
there are valid arguments against it, against what Nintendo's lack of, because they have features on the Wii that they don't have on Wii U. And you can't
That's
argue
right.
that. I mean, you can't argue
Yeah.
that. I mean, that's just
Yeah, that
that's stuff
I
that they should
understand.
have.
Yeah,
I can't argue against that at all.
What is
Especially
really?
the gift system, the gifting system that the Wii
Exactly.
had.
Oh
Before.
yeah, I forgot about that. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what it really comes down to is, like with most things Nintendo, it's Nintendo's image that holds them back the most.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
there are pedophiles and persons who commit sexually depraved acts on Xbox Live.
Right.
They're over on PSN, they're on PC, they're on Facebook, they're on everything. They're on Twitter. You know what's the problem? You know why it's so why it would look really bad coming from Nintendo? Is because Nintendo, for one reason or the next, has always been positioned as the kid-friendly system, the safe system, the
I mean,
system
they're the family
family-
where
company.
nothing
family
bad
system.
happens. Exactly. So they want to keep that image as intact as possible, and in so doing, they are alienating the more adult among us. But
Right.
again, this kind of stuff happens everywhere. But
But yeah, that's
if
the
it happened, if it happened on Xbox Live, people are like, oh, some kid got sexually molested through Xbox Live. Really? Word? Okay, what else is on? That's literally that's gonna be what it's gonna be, right? And on the other side,
Yeah.
yo, have you heard some dudes got in contact with some 12-year-old kids, did bad things to them? How did that happen? Over the Miiverse thing, Nintendo. Oh damn! Yeah, that's
Ew,
gonna
no,
be.
pedo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
people,
yeah, yeah.
that's
Federal
the thing.
alert.
People don't understand is
Yeah.
that's Nintendo's trump card. The
Exactly.
family. That's their image. That's what they have to differentiate themselves from the other companies. You take that away,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
they're just another company. They don't have that trump card anymore. They don't have that audience.
They can't
So
afford to throw that
They can't
image
afford
away.
to get rid of that. So all the crying and Nintendo, please grow up and all that, it ain't gonna happen. If that happens,
Mhm.
all that money in the bank is gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no longer a
Yeah.
place for the people to go if they want to get away and take a break from all the other stuff. You
Right,
see, you have to
exactly.
have different environments, and this is the way I see it. If Microsoft can stick to their little niches that tend to not overlap with Sony and Nintendo's niche, they can survive just fine. You know what I'm saying? With their Halos, etc. and whatnot. You got your kill zones on on PlayStation. They can sit up and survive well with that. Nintendo can even make X their thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
X can be their thing.
And don't forget Ironfall on the
There you go.
3DS.
And the thing is, everybody can come up with their own little niche, carve their own little slice of the business, and then go on from there. Hey, Tobias, what's going on, man?
Welcome, Tobias.
Oh, he finally came. What's up, Shadow Fox? Shadow Fox.
And
He's muted.
Muted. Okay.
Alright, let's
Gotta love a live
continue
show.
on.
Yeah,
move
but
on.
coming back to the to that topic, you see, that's just it. The people who are having the biggest problems about this are literally us, older gamers who have been with Nintendo for a long time. But it is a problem. It needs to be fixed, but how? Furthermore, we can't be too selfish with it. We can't want it to be all adult. We can't want it to change to suit us because then we were not the age we are right now all the time. Nintendo was there for us when we were younger, and there are people being born every day. Newsflash.
There you go.
Yep. That's the
there's-
circle of life.
There's got to be a Nintendo for them.
And I mean,
So-
we're still here. We
Exactly.
obviously we're older now, but obviously they still I don't know, not cater, but they still the games are still relevant to us. You know,
Yeah.
even though
Yeah.
we're older now. So
way I
they still
view-
have us.
And it's
Yeah.
because games are for all ages. There is no setting of age for gaming.
I mean, that's the best market you could have. Is everyone. You know,
Exactly.
you got
Yeah.
hardcore Nintendo fans. We still here. You know, and then
You know,
you get casual fans as well. So,
I honestly wish that these problems could be resolved. I wish I could communicate freely to whomever wanted about whatever I wanted, in whichever context I wanted. However, the problem isn't so black and white. It's not so easily fixed. If it was, then it would be fixed.
yeah, you think Nintendo
Yeah.
don't want money? You think they don't want money?
Exactly.
Of course they do.
The thing is, at the end of the day, like I said, though, the Nintendo's going to have to sit up here and cover their bases. Because if they really do not cover their bases in this way, that big old pile of cash that we already said is going to disappear, all because of lawsuits, usually frivolous ones brought on by neglectful parents. I'm going to say it like it is. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there is no way that if I had a little kid, I would leave them going around going to places they have no business going with people they have no business knowing.
I mean, you
I
only need
just
to
want to
look.
point out something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
For the last few minutes, a good 10 minutes at least, we just criticized Nintendo. Oh my God!
Shots fired!
Oh,
Whoa!
can you believe that?
How
That-
dare you?
And
Oh,
the
that's
reason,
it.
the reason
No
why we only
apologies,
just
you
noticed,
please continue.
yeah. The reason why we only just noticed is because we do it all the time.
Basically.
We don't have to point it
Pretty
out.
much.
We don't have to make special videos.
Mhm.
We talk about this stuff all the time. So,
Exactly. That's just our thing. Even when we're not even on the air, we talk with each other.
right.
So I mean, it really doesn't really matter at the end of the day, you know. I mean, just this weekend, it was Jay, Jamie, and I monster hunting. And T, feel free to come along, or anybody else.
I
Feel
gotta
free
get
to
in
come
there,
along.
man.
You got to do that thing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's fun.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
gonna weigh y'all down
that's-
in the beginning though, because I'm a little rusty.
I mean,
That's okay.
just-
That's okay.
Trust
We
me,
rusty
we all
too.
rusty.
Oh, trust me though. Once you get back on the horse, man, you're good
All right.
to go. You ride it like nothing, man.
Sounds good.
Okay, but you know, getting back to what I was saying though, you know, the thing is, people got to understand that we have these conversations whether we're in a podcast or not. And that's just our passion. That's what we like. That's what we're into. That is our hobby. But at the same time, we're not going to sit up here, punch somebody in the face for buying a PlayStation 4. It ain't that serious.
Punch me now. Punch me now. Punch me right now.
Sometimes I'm alone. I'm in my home. I'm playing games, and I have my
having fun.
man. Nintendo is whack moments. I have those moments, right? I got those. I'm a human. I have emotions, right? And then 10 minutes later, I put on a game and it's like, yo, Nintendo's the best, man. It goes up and down. Right?
And making
I'm
a
not-
video about it doesn't
Yeah.
make you more or less credible. You know,
Exactly.
Really don't. Yeah.
because it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
That
Hey, Shadow
reminds me.
Fox. Question.
Yeah.
Question for you, man. You got that PS4, right?
Correct.
Let us know how it is. Come on, cause I don't got one.
Tell
Do it. It's not a space heater yet, is it?
Oh,
No, actually, I'm one of the lucky guys.
Okay.
Good. One of our guys made it.
Right now, it's on
Another
standby
chapter
until I finish Wonderful 101. But I do have a Rizzo gun.
Oh,
Whoa,
okay.
whoa, you got a
That game is
PS4
good.
and you worry about Wonderful 101? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, how dare you!
Well, you know, hey,
Yo, madness. This dude's playing the Dead System. He's got a
Until-
PS4.
Yeah.
Man, what the heck are you doing?
until Infamous
PlayStation.
comes out, and God, what's the name of the other game? I can't even think of the name of it right now.
Watch Dogs.
Uh,
Oh,
no,
Watch Dogs.
the Bungie game.
It,
Oh,
Destiny.
it's
Destiny.
Destiny, yeah.
Destiny.
Yeah,
Destiny.
Destiny is looking good.
Because, Watch Dogs is a PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, well, I'm watching Wii U, so-
Wait a
Well,
minute.
Destiny is not, Destiny is not exclusive.
They act like it was.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
acting like it is.
Oh, yeah.
exclusive content, but not exclusive.
Any game with
You-
tablet integration, I'm going to get it for Wii U.
Yo,
If
Mr.
it's
T,
available.
I'm gonna have to ask you to refrain from doing that, man. You just got two woefully uneducated and uninformed Tony Jones really excited.
Sorry,
Like, yo, we got Watch Dogs exclusive? Yeah.
I'm an undercover Sony drone.
With that off-screen experience.
So, Shadow.
There is exclusive to PlayStation 4 that is made by Tequila Works.
Mhm.
I don't remember the name. That it's inspired on Wind Waker and Shadow of the Colossus.
Mm.
Oh, I heard about that.
what is
There's
the
also
name of
this
that game?
there's also this game for the PS4 that's made by Santa Monica called
Order
The
One.
Order. The
Order,
Order
yeah.
1880 something.
Mm.
1880.
1886 or something like that.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
epic beards there.
I just want to know why is there so much hype for that? I haven't seen nothing. I mean,
Because
it
the
might be a good
graphics
game. I
in
hope
that
it's a good
cutscene
game.
look really, really good.
And some people are into just graphics. They think if a game looks pretty, suddenly a miracle's going to happen and the gameplay's going to be tight because the graphics look good.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but
Because-
a realistic Pac-Man does not make a good game.
No, it don't.
Oh,
I want to see that.
Quan, there was literally nothing in that trailer that described how that game plays.
No, it was a
People were hooting and
cinematic.
hollering
I
over
thought it
it.
was all cinematics. That's what I'm doing.
Dude, you were playing cutscene the game.
But it's a thing.
The
It's a
thing is,
thing.
like,
They have epic beards and mustaches. I think that's what got the gamers on that game.
I mean, it looks interesting because it reminded me of Nightmare Creatures. You remember that game?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
Nightmare
yeah.
Creatures.
Yeah.
I
It did
like-
have
I
the
like
same
Nightmare
setting.
Creatures. That was one of my games, right?
It
Nightmare
also-
Creatures was a business.
It also reminded me of Hellgate London.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that one had potential, but bad in execution.
Yeah, I
That's
kind of
what-
like the.
what-
It reminded me more of kind of Legacy of Kain, kind of to be honest with you. That kind
Oh,
more
Soul
that
Reaver.
environment.
That's also
Yeah,
good. And
I got all the Soul Reaver games on Good Old Games except for the first one. They don't have that one out yet.
And the first one, I hated the first one. I like the second one better.
But I know, but just to have it, in the collection would make sense for me. But as far as like on the PC and whatever, if I want to sit up here and plop it in and don't want to go digging through stuff, there you go.
I had it
Gotcha.
on Dreamcast and the children broke it. They broke it.
Question. Last question for you, Shadow. How's that controller? The PS4 controller.
Hey, I like it. The only thing is not going to be better on it. Is obviously what Nintendo has patented, and that's the D-pad. But other than that, they spaced out the sticks.
Mhm.
And the triggers feel a lot better. So
I heard the
Okay,
triggers
so
are
it doesn't
digital
feel
now.
weird.
yeah, they are. And when people complained about that on the Wii U, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Magically, it's not a problem anymore.
Wait, they're not analog?
So I've got a question for you, people who had a problem with that. How in the world are you going to play Drive Club now?
Well,
Let me tell you
something.
something. I never played.
Actually,
I never played any racers with analog at all. I always used the button for acceleration.
You got to buy steel wheel and pedals.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Oh,
That'll work. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
see what the problem is as far as like that's concerned, because with motion control being what it is on all the consoles, I mean, it's actually a viable prospect for them to do that.
Yeah, but you can't simulate gas. I guess that's what they were basically saying, because you use gas and brake, and they use analog to simulate that. And I never got that to work right for me. I tried it with the Need for Speed games and a couple of other games, and it never really worked for me. So I never really understood the big whoop about that anyway.
Okay, not to
I was
be a
worried,
jerk, but
I mean-
how come they don't have clutch?
I mean, you can. There's a couple of games you can manually add
You
the
can
clutch.
use manual.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gran Turismo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gran
You can do
Turismo,
that?
you definitely can.
Need
Yeah,
for
but you
Speed,
don't-
Most Wanted has it.
You see people complaining more about analog triggers than the lack of going stick. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of games, that's what I don't understand.
People
They're
don't know how to drive stick no more.
They drive automatic and they just use touch.
two different speeds. I'm moving and I'm not.
It's too much work. That's too much work. I just want to press the button.
Like, man, I'm not in Fast and the Furious. I don't need to clutch shift every 5 minutes.
Oh Lord!
Wait a minute, is that
Wait,
ludicrous?
Shadow Fox.
Yes.
Wait, Shadow Fox. You had the PS4, right? Just making sure. You're
Yes.
the one that has it. Okay, I have actually played the NAC demo, right? Like, with the controller, the PS4 controller.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you. It's actually, in my opinion, the PS4 controller is the best controller from Sony.
Yes,
Just
it
saying
is.
that out there. But the triggers, they feel like analog triggers, but you're really sure that these are actually digital triggers.
I haven't seen anything that responds in a analog fashion. It just feels squishy, but it's just literally just a click.
That's wow. I'm surprised.
You know what? I got a feeling that
better.
you're going to see a lot more parity along the consoles as the generations progress, because it seems like everybody's doing dual screen. There seems to be a shift towards digital buttons over analog.
Mm-hmm.
Who starts those trends?
Yeah, I wonder.
Nintendo.
They gotta carry the cross. They get beat up for it, but everybody else start doing it. Then it's who I ain't say
It's the
that.
innovation when everybody
Who
else do
said
it.
that? I didn't say nothing.
Oh,
So
Lord.
everybody else do it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But you know what? Like I said, it is what it is. But one thing I want to know is this: what do you guys think is going to happen in a few days when we have the Xbox One launched?
I can tell you what I hope to see. Alright. No, I'm not going to come in any funny. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, actually, I got one question for you guys.
Mhm.
Will you be completely shocked if Killer Instinct actually got a really good score?
I would be completely shocked if it was actually good.
Yes, that's what I
They
was
got
gonna
like
say.
an 8 or higher.
Yeah.
I'd be blown away.
But I'm gonna tell you something right now, though. Killer Instinct. The only problem I have with it is it seems too Street Fighter-y and less Killer Instinct-y.
Instinky.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
Yo, that word is a Quan Manchu trademark.
There you go.
Right.
R.
Instinct.
Instinky. Right.
Killeristic.
Well,
That's
see,
a good one.
the only problem I have with it, cause see, I've seen those developer videos. Anytime a developer is talking smack about the previous games before from the other developer, I found that game sucks.
That's a red flag. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
That
all
goes
I've
for
been
movies, too.
hearing from Double Helix is how this game is better than the ones that came before. How they went and tweaked and tweaked all the combo systems to make it more realistic. I'm like, oh, you know what? Red flag.
That's always a red flag.
Red flag.
I see it a lot in movies. Like I remember when Total Recall was being remade.
Yep.
And, they were talking about, our movie follows the story closer. The actual real story closer. And I was like, red flag.
Yeah.
Oh,
Street
Lord.
Fighter Legend of Chun-Li.
You know what that reminds me?
Was
Yo,
ripped
you
on
know
Van
what?
Damme's.
You know what it reminds me of? Do you remember this Xbox 360 game that was trying to? This is this developer that's trying to say that this game is gonna be so much better than Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and it turned out to be the worst piece of crap
They
ever.
never turn out that way. They never. When they start talking about, are we trying to be like this? Are we gonna be the next that? Or are we gonna be the Zelda killer? The only thing they gonna kill is themselves.
Guys,
Yeah.
guys, I wanted to bring something up really briefly. Who here is paying attention to the auction coming up for Kingdoms of Amalur franchise and 38 Studios?
I'm looking for that because
That's a sad story, Wes.
Yeah, but I'm looking for that because I want to see if the project will continue.
Yeah,
There is a hope.
an MMO.
Yeah.
That
With
game
the
was actually pretty good.
With the fighting mechanics that it had, oh man,
Yeah,
that as an
pretty
MMO
good.
would be that would be
Executions.
sick.
That hits close to me because it's real scammy. I live in Massachusetts, so Kurt Schilling was the guy running all that. He did all this scammy stuff. And
It's a real.
it touches home here. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of cred around here.
I'm
long as
telling
EA
you
don't
right
get
now,
it.
though, they did make an outstanding game. I loved it.
Oh, the game was the game was fine. That's the sad part is that the game was actually good. It didn't sell very well, and there was all this scammy stuff going on around it. So
It's a shame
That
what
hurt.
happened to that game because that game was what Fable was supposed to be.
yeah,
It did everything right in my mind, based on what it was, aiming to become. So it's a real shame if somebody good doesn't get that IP.
yeah.
Yeah.
My money's on EA.
Oh, no, please, no.
man.
For the love of everything good, no.
EA
I'd rather have
Well,
Bethesda get it.
hold on. EA is looking toward new possibilities to shift across all platforms.
I believe it when I see it.
Oh.
I got
I
some
believe it when I see it.
By the way, I want to know if you want to buy a car.
I've got some interesting news for you guys concerning EA.
Mhm.
So it turns out EA is they just throwing everyone under the bus.
Oh, including PlayStation, Sony.
Yep.
Wow,
They threw
really?
Nintendo under the bus. No, they're throwing Sony under the bus. They're
Because
like,
they're
yo,
Japanese, dude.
if our games ain't working, it's Sony's fault. Blame them.
Because they're Japanese, dude.
That's messed
Yeah.
up. Dude.
That's dirty.
That is just messed up the way they just sit up there. I wonder what they're gonna say
Yeah.
about their unprecedented partnership with Microsoft. That's what I'm waiting to hear.
Oh no, they
Dude,
got
they don't have an
strong.
unprecedented partnership, dude.
they got the dude who's driving that bus parked up and waiting.
He just waiting
No-
over there.
November 23rd.
You know
gonna
what,
hear it.
Quan? You know what, Quan? I want to see that if the Xbox One has problems, what EA is going to say about that.
Oh,
I think
They're gonna
probably
throw them under the bus.
he ain't got a lot of nerve though, because everybody got problems. I mean, come on, not a single one of the big three can say they go without a hitch. That's the whole entire point here. Like I said, no company's infallible, and that's why they
Yep.
need to sit up here and step the game up.
Mm,
That's what all of them do, not
That's
just one.
I bet
That is-
EA made damage control for Microsoft.
I
because,
don't
you
think
know,
so, dude.
No, they're not gonna do that. They're
Dude,
not
they'll
gonna
use
do that.
Microsoft as a meat shield.
No,
I can see
no.
it coming.
They'll shed them too.
But that talk about companies is what I was going to say today, because you know what happened to Blizzard with Diablo 3 launch.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
The reputation of Blizzard went down, but I saw the BlizzCon last week, and I see that Blizzard is really upping their game. They're
Yeah.
releasing Heroes of the Storm. Hearthstone is a really good free-to-play game that they have. Even without paying for packages, you can really be competitive on the game. I mean, I got to Diamond without paying any money.
Cool.
And meanwhile, Madden 25 is an embarrassment. It's garbage. It is.
Yo, T, I only got one thing to say. EA Sports. It's in the game.
in the game.
You already have. It's in the game you
The
already
game you bought
have.
last year. It's in that game.
Yep. It's in the DLC.
Uh-oh, because I've got somebody that actually wants to pick that up, so I'm kind of torn between
Madden?
the two as far as
Oh
'cause-
no, don't do it.
But what if it's the first one since like 2011?
Ooh.
Because
Well, you're taking a step back and you go from 2011 to 20 to 25. You take
Is
a
that
step back.
bad?
Yeah,
That's what everybody's been saying,
It's
dude.
garbage, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Guys, did you hear anything about how there's NFL players getting their faces scanned by 2K Studios?
Yep.
No.
Heard about that last week.
Oh, so that's the reason why I saw like an image, like an animation where the guy did some race bending. Like there's a texture glitch in I believe in Madden 20 that this dude the skin on his head is like white and then it quickly turned black.
No, that's not what we're talking about, dude.
Oh.
What we're talking about is they're sitting up here and scanning NBA, players for 2K when I could have sworn who had the license?
Yep.
EA.
No, you mean
EA, dude.
NFL?
That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're on.
You mean NFL, right? You said NBA.
No, and then,
Oh,
NFL.
no. They're doing NBA
Oh,
players.
Yeah, they're doing NBA.
NBA.
Yeah.
They're doing NBA players, dude.
Don't they already have 2K?
oh, I guess I derped in.
They supposed to.
They support.
I think the only thing that sustains EA is DICE and
they're losing
BioWare.
NCAA as well. They're losing the
Oh, yeah, they're losing the NCAA. Yeah.
They're losing the NCAA. It looks like because of that they're going to lose the NFL next.
Well, even then, like their big team now is Tiburon. Tiburon was the team that did all the Nintendo versions back in the day.
Yeah.
They weren't even the big team. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but they made Madden 64, the hardest version of Madden ever.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
Yeah,
If
good
you
luck
can
with
beat
that.
that game
Good
on
luck
All
with winning
Pro,
that.
good luck.
That is hard.
Oh, you want to go on all Madden? Okay.
Good luck. I
Start
challenge anybody that's good Madden player. I challenge you to beat it with any team on that game.
You
in
think
all
you
Madden.
good? You think you good? Say that.
Oh Lord. Well, at least I'm gonna tell you so. At least it was hard in a good way, and it wasn't terrible. Like
Right. It went cheap hard.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Like StarCraft on the 64.
StarCraft 64.
It was literally like playing a very good coach because
Yeah.
they'll take field goals when they need to take field goals. They'll kick onside kicks when they need to kick onside kicks, and it was crazy because that game didn't even have the player's license. Like the Patriots were just Foxborough.
Yeah.
But if you really want a hardcore challenge,
New England. It was just New England.
right?
It
was just New England.
Diablo on
Patriots.
PlayStation.
You know, all this talk of sports games makes me want to tell you about what I really want from Nintendo. Do you remember the
NBA
Mario
Courtside?
Strikers?
Yeah.
No.
I was gonna say I want left
Dude,
field back. I want that back.
Do you remember the Mario Strikers series?
Yeah, Strikers
Oh, yeah.
Charge.
Oh, yeah.
and all them, yeah.
Yes, I want to see a Mario Strikers for the Wii U, and the best part is I hope they will adapt the art style from the box cover of the game into
that's
that.
possible.
Oh, okay.
That's possible.
Somebody
I
left
see
a
that
comment on
working
one of my videos and said they'd like to see a Mario style wrestling game. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, dude, a grappling
awesome.
game? That would be awesome. But you know
That
what?
would
You
be
got to
fun.
include Marina for
Oh.
Mischief Makers. I'm
Man.
sorry, I'm still championing her coming
If they
back.
do it,
Oh,
if they
man.
do it, they have to add Starman.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The funniest thought just came into my head, man.
Oh Lord, go
A
ahead, man.
bareback Mario. A bareback Mario.
Oh, heck no.
Oh my god.
It won't
Oh,
be better than
Lord.
Gary.
Wait a minute.
Oh, Lord. I thought that was GK. No, that's
They did that
Mario.
for Smash, didn't they? Because there's a wrestling ring is a stage, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a stage in there in the new Smash that's a wrestling ring. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
Uh,
I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to make about the whole wrestling ring thing. Oh, what do you make about Mario putting the ring on Peach's finger? What's that all about?
Man, you know he's getting mad. You know,
Sexual tension.
you know what that is.
Finally.
Dude, in a Smash Brothers game, really?
Yes.
yeah.
Smash
Somebody
the
needs a human shield. Somebody needs a
come
human
on.
shield.
Yo,
Mario's
come on,
growing
come
up.
on,
That's
come
all.
on,
He's
come
just growing up now.
Mario
Good
on
day
stage.
for Smash the homie.
He's been at
Mario-
it for how many years?
That's
How
Like
many
what
years
people want
exactly?
to see.
Exactly, yeah. Mario saved feet so many times, man. Dude's still dry.
She should be on her damn knees.
Alright, guys, we're gonna sit up here and get ready to wrap up. One more topic. Who's got a topic over here before we get ready to do the little sign-off thingy?
I've got an
How about-
observation.
How about Miyamoto's birthday?
Okay, Miyamoto getting older, getting closer to that retirement age. That's the one thing that I'm considering. I'm sorry, I gotta say it, dude. He's getting around 65, and you know how a lot of these guys be thinking about that
gotta
yacht
retire.
and chilling and being with the
retire.
grandkids and chilling with the wife and
Yeah, he'll be alright.
You know, it's okay if Miyamoto retires because Nintendo has a lot of great developers.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, he trained a lot of
But,
guys coming up, you know. So
Miyamoto's already getting to that point where he doesn't really do anything. He walks into the offices and is like, okay, that's hot.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah,
That's what he does.
it made me think about Miyamoto training people. That's another thing that annoys me a lot of times when I hear, well, Nintendo should just add more people to the team. It's like Nintendo has a certain way of doing things. That's why their games are so unique. That's why their games are the way they are, because they train these guys up to do stuff. You can't just pull somebody out of some other team and throw them in there and say, "Oh, we got more people, so the game should get out faster." No, they have a certain way of doing the way they do games, and they take time sometimes.
Dude, in other words, they're not fast food game makers. They're more sushi chefs.
Yeah, this ain't no assembly.
I got a topic to tell you guys about. I'm not sure if it's okay.
If we got time, go for it.
It's about Shokyo's latest video, if you guys have seen it. What are you guys' thoughts on Shokyo's latest video, called A Message to Nintendo?
Well, I didn't really... I'm going to tell you, honestly, I didn't see it.
Oh, you haven't?
No, in all honesty, I didn't see it.
And that's some bullshit. No, I'm just playing.
No, I might give it a watch and then say something next podcast about it. But I'm not really a fan of
since I saw it, I'll say a couple of things real quick. Basically, he made a lot of good points, but because he rambled on a lot, he made a lot of bad points. And one of them was what I just mentioned. He was talking about adding more people to the development team so they can get games out faster. But that's what I was saying, is that Nintendo doesn't work that way. They have a certain way of.
Here's the other thing I need to say about that too. These people not only make games, they make hardware specifically for the games they make. And not only that, they make right now they have 3 specific pieces of hardware out right now that they're supporting. So I mean, imagine Microsoft or somebody else like that, and they had a full first-party studio. They had to spread across 3 platforms.
Okay.
And imagine how many games would be released at some point in time, or would they be doing like how the others are right now and just throwing money at it and seeing who makes the best game?
That's it, man. That's actually the upcoming video.
I mean, even with the people.
Go ahead, feel free to plug yourself. Hold on.
It's called Nintendo Handhelds: The Gift and the Curse.
There you go.
Thank you for plugging my video. Thanks a lot.
There you go. I will say it is. I kind of like, before you get into all that on your video, I will say this in advance: the fact that they paid more attention to the 380S than the Wii U does kind of show that they're kind of caught up with their handhelds too much compared to their consoles. I mean, I've been seeing commercials left and right now, but they need to fit a more wider demographic than what they're targeting.
Well, 3DS got way more games than Wii U got, so you're gonna see more commercials.
Well, yeah. At least it doesn't. At least it's not like what people say that it has no games.
I still laugh at that.
And I think one of the best things of the Nintendo is the Nintendo Direct, where the president speaks to the people.
Yeah, the Nintendo Direct idea, as far as like, if other companies did the same thing, that would be awesome. If like you would have the president of Sony or the president of Microsoft as games, address their fans and let them know what's coming up and stuff like that. Even though people would be like, oh, screaming rip off and oh, dude, you stole that from Nintendo. Who cares? If it comes off well, it would be interesting for the fans of gaming to see mini E3s come at them. Like it was said, we were discussing that before. I think Jay, you brought that up to me before.
Yeah, I did.
It's completely disruptive too, because as soon as somebody has a planned press release like, hey, we're gonna launch here, hey, we're gonna do this, they come out of nowhere and just say, hey, here's all this stuff. 2 days before this hardware is about to launch, there's the enemy.
Dear Lord. But you know what? That makes them step their game up. That's the bottom line. It makes them step their game
competition.
up.
That's good for us.
There you go.
They're like, hey, the PS4 is coming out. Oh, check this out. Here's Miiverse on 3DS.
Y'all want to get an Xbox One? Guess what? 3D Mario World.
And Zelda, Mario, Zelda.
That's kind of exactly what they did, man, with that last Direct. Know that you guys say it. It's like, okay, so we've got the Xbox One coming out on that day, but here's 10 new things about Super Mario 3D World.
You will buy it, by the way.
Yeah, and they just
made fun of it when they do that. So.
Yeah.
All right. So. Alright then, I guess we're gonna have to sit up here and wrap this up. It's been,
Can I make an alibi first before you wrap it up?
Go ahead, you can make an alibi, go for it.
The first alibi is about Resogun, because it's not really a good representative of the analog triggers and things like that. Apparently R2, I've been doing some reading during the thing or whatever. Apparently they are analog, they just feel squishy.
Okay.
But obviously that's not a good game to really test it, because all 4 buttons are mapped to be weapons on there. So literally time you touch it, everything fires. So I guess it could be digital or analog if you want it to, but from what I understand is if it's going to be analog, it's literally just the bottom because those are the only ones that are squishy like that feel like a trigger that you pull.
Okay.
Okay.
Other than that though, I really don't have any complaints. Fast
Okay,
boot up
cool.
and everything else. So, and I guess once the rest of this network comes back up, because it's been kind of off and on for the past day or so, for obvious reasons, then it'll be okay. And aside to that is today I meandered into a major retail chain that is known for selling video games only, and they had their PS4 wall and their Xbox One wall. It was literally the right side was all Xbox 360 and Xbox One, and the entire left side, which used to be PS Vita, Wii, and Wii U, was all PS4. Now, how many launch games are there for the PS4? Maybe 14?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay,
maybe.
so imagine 22 copies of one game stretched across the wall, literally, like all the way, literally, seriously. And they have the Wii U tucked in the corner, the far left-hand corner of the store.
Wow. What happened with my GameStop?
Now, the manager came and talked to me and asked me if I needed anything, and I'm like, I'm okay, but I think this is kind of odd. Why, if you only have 14 games for this system, why are they stretched all across this one wall and Wii U shoved in the corner over there? And she's like, I just do what management tells me.
Shots fired.
So, if you see similar actions in other retail chains like that, large retail chains that only sell video games, that are only known for selling video games, that only buy and trade video games. Yeah.
I got a story for you guys. It's old, but it's still gold. I worked for one of these specialized gaming stores back in about 2000. You know, it was the time PlayStation 2 came out and Xbox had been announced, and we got a ton of promo stuff in for the Xbox. So it was due out in 3 or 4 months. I was like, oh man, Xbox, I'm excited about this. Let's put all this stuff out where it should be. Our district manager comes in the next day, sees the Xbox stuff out, rips it down, and says, management told us we don't need to put this stuff up ever, period. And this was when PS2 was getting big.
Nice.
Wow.
Yep.
But now the money's going the other direction, so...
Exactly.
Well, like I said, though, that's just basically what it is. We'll see what happens come, E3, as far as, like, little shout out there to, all the people out there who love to say, wait till E3, you know who you are. You know who you are.
E3 2014
that said,
is
don't
gonna
wait
be
till
epic.
E3 about Nintendo?
E3
Wait till E3.
2014
Oh,
is
you're
gonna
damage
be
controlling.
interesting.
Bang, bang.
We'll see what happens by then, and like I said, hopefully, all the companies will be on their feet with less drama, and we'll be seeing better games. That's my hope for the industry, because I'm telling you, it's not kumbaya, because you see, I have an ulterior motive here, and I'm a very selfish person in this sense. I just want good games, and the only way we're going to get good games is if these guys start getting a little bit more aggressive. And they gotta chase my wallet. Thank you very much. I'm not gonna sit up here, spend on an $8 tech, like an 8-hour tech demo. You know what I'm saying? $60. Not doing it. Nah, you gotta give me substance. So yeah, they're gonna have to figure out something to get my money. I don't know about you guys, but like I said, I'm not paying for a tech demo. I want to see a game.
Here, here.
Sadly, there are a lot of people that are willing to, unfortunately. At just one day in that store that I'm talking about, you can tell.
Alright, so we're gonna get
Actually, I got one more thing, and this is gonna be good news from Nintendo and Super Mario 3D World.
Okay.
According to Tony Randy, Nintendo's attending the Santa Claus Parade here in Toronto. Mario 3D World will be playable there, and there will be mascots and possibly a float.
What I'm curious is what they're gonna do with the Nintendo World Store during launch.
Well, the good news is that Nintendo World is going to be holding a huge midnight launch.
Yeah, they have a midnight launch.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try to make that.
Not only just for Mario 3D World, but for Zelda, Link Between Worlds, and Mario Party.
Nice. For what?
Yeah, and for Mario Party.
Oh, okay.
Mario Party, because
It's all the same day.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. We're going to see what happens, and I'm just telling you right now, this is going to be a very interesting console generation because it can swing any direction from this point onwards. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, at the end of the day, as long as it doesn't swing too far in anybody's favor, we're all good to go.
Quan, it doesn't matter, man. You got the market leader clearly from last generation, and it was largely ignored because it wasn't the favorite. So it really doesn't
There you
matter.
go.
It's going to be painted however the media wants to paint it.
Exactly.
Well, that's true. I mean, it is what it is. All right, so we're gonna get ready to do our sign-offs, guys, and we're gonna start all the way from the left, going on all the way to the right. We're gonna start with Gilligan. Do your thing, man.
See you guys. I'm glad to be here once again, and hopefully this next podcast will be just as fun as it is before.
Oh, okay, cool. There we go. Up next, we got Mr. Butterworth, the man, the myth, the legend.
What's up, guys? Jamie Butterworth here, signing out. As always, shamelessly plugging my book, so go buy my book Superpowered on Amazon. It's pretty awesome. And leave a review, for God's sake. I've only have 8.
Okay. There we go. don't worry about, man. We're gonna get your support. We're gonna get your support. We're gonna find a way. We will find a way. Up next,
We got this technology, we will build it.
There we go. We will build it, man. We have the technology, but we don't have a whole lot of money. Next thing you know, it's Peter Griffin come out. No, but seriously though. Up next, we got our boy over here, the man with the plan. Yo, go ahead, do your thing, Jay.
Yeah, same like last week. We got Microsoft Xbox One coming out. If you are listening and you are planning to attend a midnight launch, please, please, please be safe. Do not go by yourself. Take someone with you. Do not trust that the stores, whichever store you go to, is going to have adequate protection. Just be smart and be safe. I don't want to hear no stories on the news talking about terror in the heartland, people getting shot up over their doggone Xboxes. So just be safe, and just make sure you take precautions when you go pick up your stuff.
Definitely, man, because a lot of
We
people,
don't want
man,
another PS3 launch again.
yeah, exactly, man. People got to be careful nowadays because you never know. Who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe somebody might get thirsty over a copy of Super Mario World and beat somebody up for it. No, but seriously,
They ain't
though.
ready. I dare somebody.
I want to see that story.
Actually,
I'll leave the car door unlocked.
you know what's
Uh,
sad? You know what's sad though? Oh, sorry. Go on. I'll
Okay,
talk
up
about it
next,
later.
up next, we got our boy Kazar. He's gonna sit up here and do his side off. Do your thing, Kazar.
Alright, but well, guys, it's time to say goodbye for now, and we're seeing a lot of good things from all the video game companies, and I think it will only get better.
Okay.
Of course, when
2014, man.
Of course, when
2014.
they resolve all issues that are on the new console launches. Of
Well,
course.
like I said, there's always such thing as hardware revisions and whatnot. Things can happen that will make things better. I ain't worried about it.
Yep.
All
All
right.
things will get better eventually. Time will tell that.
All right. Up next, we got Mr. T. Do your thing, man.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all my gamer friends.
That is not
All
what I
right,
thought you
y'all.
were going to say.
Again, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I did forget for a second there.
Yo,
Again,
you
a lot of fun. Had a great time. Look forward to my Teabag, my next episode of Teabag. All your questions will be answered. Thank you for having me on again, and keep it gaming.
There you go. There you go. Up next, we got our boy Shadow Fox, the man, the myth, the legend. Do your thing, man.
It's your favorite ninja's favorite ninja. No.
I thought he was about to say that message funny to me. Go ahead.
You know how it goes. Well, I will say this, as I always say: do you play games to have fun or to impress other people?
Yeah, boy. All right, and now we got the Zen Gamer doing his thing. Go ahead, Zen.
Yep, saying of Vida Sen once again from the Game is a Lash podcast. Thanks for watching, and of course, remember, no matter what flag you fly, it doesn't matter who you support, so long as you're having fun, then I guess you're doing it right.
There we go. And of course, that leaves me, myself, and I, QMC, Quan Manchu, Quan Man, whatever you want to call me. There you go. And you know, it's been real. It's been fun. I like doing these podcasts with you guys, and you know, hopefully we can keep it going strong all the way on through 2014 and onward. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know what I always say, right? whatever's clever. We out.
Yep.
Yes.